Okay, here's my HTC Mogul, the Sprint Mogul, and I'm going to show you my wonderful modifications that I did to it. Got the custom animation startup, the iPhone killer. It's running the Rev A and the GPS with the Windows Mobile 6.1, and it's the ROM version 3.16 and the radio version 3.27. It's a DCD ROM. I'm running the AE Buttons Plus for all the mapping of all my buttons, and I'm using WizBar Advanced. So you should see that start up real quick. See how the Today screen looks. It's going to change thanks to WizBar Advanced. So you'll just watch how it changes. And whenever my phone turns on, it goes to the slide to unlock, which is custom. I have all the custom icons, the SMS, the email, the task. I have a custom animated GIF that I made, and the custom slider. See how it slides? And then I have the clock, and when I slide it to the side, it takes a little while to load up, but let me just, there. It's a different, it looks like the same animation, but it's actually different. It's two different animations. One for the landscape and one for the portrait view. But it's still the same thing. So, I'm going to just, excuse me, just load it up. And I have the custom sliding sounds. And every time it slides, the whiz bar changes. It gets bigger for landscape and it gets smaller for portrait view. So I moved the start menu, the start bar right here, all the way over here, so whenever I press it, instead of coming up with a little drop down menu, it actually goes to SPB mobile shell menu. So I have the programs, and every time I press something, it has a custom cube-like feature. And this is my programs tab, and I have AE Buttons Plus with all this other stuff. And whenever I switch, it does another menu. So on my multimedia tab, I got Mobi TV, I got XM Radio, Mobi TV, XM Radio, Audio Manager, the SPB Imager. Got all the sliding settings, everything. So it looks pretty nice. And then my now screen, I have weather, I have all my tasks, all the alarms, the clock, everything. And then on my contacts, I got all these different, just like people that I normally call. So I got my mom, my dad, everybody. And so, see if you can see this. I got the custom start icon, and instead of having start, I have Hawaii edition, which I could change to whatever I want. And I have the time, the date, and just little stuff like the volume bubble. They call it a volume bubble, so whenever I press it, it has like a little like menu or whatever. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear the sounds. So I have a custom sound, I have all these custom sound settings. So I'll just exit out of that. And I'll open up an application to show you. See how Wait, no, see how it changes to backlight, and then there's an actual like custom check mark that shows up. Usually it's on this side, but now I changed it so now it goes up on this side. It's kind of inverted, so whenever I press it, it turns red. And so I'll open up just a simple application, just so it shows the tabs. So see, you can see this little icon up top. So if I go to another application, like I'll go to just SPB Imager, just open that up. You see how there's another icon there. So I'll press this one and it switches to that. Press another one and it switches to that. And you see how there's an X right there. So I also made that. So if I press it, it turns red. And that X is the application. Just so we don't have a lot of stuff. And there's the custom icon, the weight icon. Usually it's like a little circle, like you saw at the beginning. But when Whiskbar comes up, I made a icon, so now that comes up instead of the little circle thing. Because I didn't like that. So this is the HTC Mogul. It doesn't look the same. You see there's no little bottom SIP or soft input panel, but the soft keys actually still work. So if I press this soft key, go to my organizer, it goes back, press this soft key, it goes to my contacts. So I'll just close out of that. You can see how the SIP actually comes back whenever I go into an application. You just don't see it during the today screen, just because I didn't feel there was a need for it. But yeah, I'll just show you. I just mapped a few buttons. So if you press this button, turns on the flashlight. Press it again, turns off. If you press the Windows button, usually you'll have a drop down menu, but if I press it, you get the SPB menu. And usually when you press this, nothing really happens, but if you hold it, nothing's supposed to happen. But now I have it mapped so that XP actually comes on. I'll show you that again. With this, you actually have, like, you could turn off the light, shut it down, and soft reset. I really don't use the shut down and soft reset unless, like, my hardware is just acting up. So it's cool. I made this whole today screen. It's kind of hard to see, sorry, with the light. Let me turn off the light. Yeah, I made the today screen, and I have the custom siding sound so you can listen to this. And you see how the today screen automatically changes. And it's still the same little layout. And then I'll change it back. And all these sounds were all made by me. And thank you for watching.